shit's falling. False. Yeah. I'm finna talk about these banks and shit. The fucking iRobots and shit. I'm finna just talk some shit. Really. Let's do some music. Some music. See, I should already had this pre-ready to go and shit, but it is what it is. I guess there's a way to, I'm trying to think, there must be a way, people do this, right, where if I have the correct impression or if I have the correct stance, information, like you could sync your music with the live, some shit. Something's going on. Cause who just be on point, on time with they like, you know what I'm saying? Right when you started, you play the music, or you gotta have, it's gotta be synced or something, right? I think people are just really good with their timing. Then it must be self. You know what I'm saying? Artificial suns and that's some fucking parking lot light. Yeah, it looked like a fucking. You would have thought that was some new sun from fucking China that they just launched out here, or you know what I'm saying, Elon Musk's son in Nevada. And I'm not even trying to give them no ideas, no. You would have thought that was some goddamn new Elon Musk, goddamn some artificial sun they just built out here in the desert. And now they launched it up at nighttime or something. You would have thought that. You know what I'm saying? If you was like, you know what I'm saying, 20, 30 years from now, you watch this video, if it's still online, you might have thought that was an artificial sun. I'm just clarifying that right now in 2024, whatever the fuck that means. Some other man's calendar and shit. Other, you know, because what do you need, bro? What time is it? What? The only shit, winning every single time. I don't know how to lose, transmute L's into W's, you bitch. And even then, we like in a, you know, come from a space before time. I think I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that shit. Yeah, y'all finna get, you finna get this work. Yeah. Okay. I came from a space before time. I came from a space before time. I came from a space before time. No lie, lived a few lifetimes. Seen a lot of shit with these eyes. It's West. This shit get deep. So much pain you can't. So much pain it's hard to sleep. I'ma keep grinding. Winning every single time. Perfect timing. Put it in 6 routine. My life like a movie scene. Don't give a fuck what you mean. Actions speak louder than words. Motherfucker, just show me. Just show me, oh. What you know about it? Yeah, this like it tricky. Like a plate of salad. Rated R, get violent. I can't lie, I did a few crimes. But a nigga wasn't proud of it. I done walked the fine line. This life's a bitch and she ain't even mine. And I be out my mind. It's hard to get her off my mind. So I be making beats all day. Your heartbeat gonna stop one day. You better treat every second like it should last. I got my own space. Got my own state of mind. Got my own state of being. 747 out of took plane. I took a plane to Hawaii with the 808s. My hard drive got snatched. Yeah, that shit was heartbreak. Something like a Kanye tape. I don't really give a fuck what you think about me. Bound to demons for eternity. Spin around like I'm dizzy. Remember when you was a child on the playground? Now I be smoking on that fucking loud. Now I'm walking on a, stomping on a motherfucking ground. Cause I gotta grind myself too up in the clouds, up in the air. Mercury with the Gemini flow. My thoughts being a pound of dro. I don't like when niggas call me bro, especially if I don't know you, homie. Like back up, I might act up. Activated smoking gas up. People don't really give a fuck about you when you're gone. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about you when you're gone. And honestly, who knows what's gonna go on? Even the ones that you care about, they gonna eventually be gone. And then like 100 years to another 100 years to another 100 years, who knows? Space before time, I ain't going nowhere. I'ma be here, I ain't going nowhere. YouTube, you know where I came from, you know where I came from. Made something out of nothing. Made something out of nothing. Made something out of no thing. Made something out of no thing to you fake Masons. Made something out of no thing. I know where I came from. Yeah, 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 you know what I'm saying? Real shit. Came from a space before time. Fuck them words and shit, but you know what I'm saying? Came up from a space before time. Before like what? Anything beyond beyond any human comprehension. No human, you know what I'm saying? A lot of like humans and stuff in the world, they'll never understand. So they had to come up with weird little shit like all the shit you see around you today and shit to try to figure out themselves, but utilizing everybody else and shit like that. And there's more to it. There's a lot more to it than that, but that's pretty much what is going on. We just in some big ass goddamn experiment, Dexter's Laboratory, bunch of nerds and shit. We're gonna stop saying that they run the world. They ain't running shit. They just built a not even sophisticated. You know, I'm not giving them no fucking praise. They finna get belittled for the rest of my life. And as long as I'm here, they getting belittled. I'm not even going like certain shit. I give them, I give them credit and stuff. These Masons niggas and these shadow government niggas and stuff. Not even shadow. Y'all can't even take credit for that no more. Y'all can't even cause y'all not in the shadow no more. We can see y'all. Y'all wherever y'all at hiding and stuff. We know that we see them. And we can see what the kind of world they created, what kind of shit was on their mind and shit. And a lot of people be trying to claim this shit, and that's where shit backfire and all kind of problems play out in your life when you start thinking too much that you're these things and shit. So yeah, welcome. You know what I'm saying? This is really some hell shit going on in the world where it could have been done differently. You know, instead of all this greedy ass capitalism, European mentality and stuff, like invader mind and stuff. This goddamn cigarette, YouTube. This is a cigarette, YouTube. Smoking a cigar. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you the rap too. You know what I'm saying? It's one of these good times woods. You know, good times. Yeah, good times. I don't really remember a good time. You know, because all my people got slaughtered and stuff. We lost our battles and we lost. You know what I'm saying? We got genocided. Niggas got wiped. Yeah, we got wiped out and shit. You know what I'm saying? We used to have real. You know what I'm saying? We used to be able to go to the river. Go to the riverbank. Fill up some water, take a bath or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, get some water and shit. Ooh, I dropped the lighter. Hold on. I got 2 lighters and stuff. Water at one point was just, shit was already established here in these lands. So that's the still we're going back to this like that's been my whole life. There might have just been times where I didn't necessarily have the correct way of expressing certain things, but some shit I already knew. Like I already knew I never was black or white or any like words and shit. I never really attached myself to words and titles and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now I know why. Like, I done dealt with like I'm not trying to get into a bunch of shit, but like I done dealt with a lot of being taken advantage of kind of energies in my life since I was like little and stuff. So I can see the kind of like the root of that as far as past life situations and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like, hey, it is what it is. And I ain't really too bitter about it or mad about it. Alright, as far as these banks and shit though, cause that's what's going on. Pretty much they try to claim some shit that they ain't had no business claiming. And now that they little system machine is kind of like, you know, experiencing the wear and tear of the it's just time for a change. The old things that used to work no longer work and shit. Pretty much. This is just a way of life that has been going on, seems, you know, for a time now. But this man-made shit, that's the point. Like, they don't run shit, they don't rule nothing. They just created a mental template. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of lies and shit, just so that they could boost their own narcissism as weak ass humans, wherever the fuck they at. And play they weird ass perverted energies. This is weird shit. When you really think about it, you got a bunch of people that like establish a bunch of these cameras. There's cameras everywhere to watch you now. That's weird as fuck. You don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's people just wherever they're at watching people and directing orders, and if you don't cooperate, your bank account might get shut down, or like you start experiencing more challenges and blockages in areas that you didn't before, based upon just because your mentality. You know what I'm saying? You became more aware of something, or you change your state of being, or you stopped agreeing to certain terms and conditions. Now you don't get certain benefits. Also, like bunch of weird shit. You know what I'm saying? When there's clearly enough for everybody, like nobody owns anything. I don't give a fuck about your private property. Period. I don't give a fuck about private. You could try to drill that shit. Nigga, I'm not going nowhere, and I'm gonna come back in a harder vessel body, and at some point y'all ain't gonna be around because you keep creating weak ass mentalities and shit, and then you trying to force that on the other people. Like, we gotta accept y'all beliefs and shit. I don't accept y'all beliefs and shit. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to like kill me or something, and I'm not just gonna allow that. But y'all would have to really go to that extent, and even then, I'm coming back at some point. So what are you talking about? And this is what any like real spirit is how we thinking. Like, I'm not going nowhere. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all the ones that came over and fucking with me in my life and trying to tell me what to do and control my lifestyle, situation, and shit I was born into and stuff. Like, the food is trash. Like, everything is trash. The education was trash. The schooling was trash. George Washington is not even a real person. Shakespeare's not a real person. You know what I'm saying? These are a lot of these are yeah. So it's like Bible allegories and stuff, metaphors and stuff that y'all playing mind games and shit. You know what I'm saying on people because y'all like just weird shit, weird shit, weird shit. All these movies and shit y'all just be telling on yourselves and just all kind of weird, just weirdo shit. Just the most weird. Like you, if you think you was weird, nah, these niggas is the weirdest. If you're weird at all in any kind of way, you got it on a certain percentage level from these niggas and the world that they goddamn manufactured. That's it. A business. It's just a business, a big old playground for a bunch of kids that are sick in the head, and somehow everybody gives them the authority to play fake God when they got no business playing fake God, and they really don't. Like that's how this alleged America is supposed to be founded on: a government for the people, by the people, or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? By the people, for the people, whatever. For the people, nigga. There's people here. Stars of the people of the water and shit. You're not finna rock me to sleep as if. And then we got reminded and shit. You know, Uriel's here in the world, so it's like we know now. We yeah, nigga. I remember the fuck. Yeah, I'm still fighting my battles and shit, but for the most part, nigga, I ain't forgetting the fact that okay, yeah, right. I came up out of this. You know what I'm saying? This atmosphere and shit, the waters and shit, the influences. And and then we could go really beyond. I could go really beyond just being a human and shit, because I'm not really a human. You know what I'm saying? As far as my mind and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, what I'm aware of is like some shit, like just me being aware in existence is beyond some human shit. You know? So like, I'm like super slept on, but it's okay. They gonna like try to put me through all these rigorous experiences and shit. But yeah, and the banks is super fraud. The banks that's why the banks is now they experiencing all these problems and shit. Cause what y'all thought y'all was just gonna get away with shit? You thought you just gonna manipulate the masses? You know what I'm saying? Manipulate shit like y'all got and like all possibilities in life ain't finna step in and make sure like wait hold on y'all ain't yeah y'all practice okay this team remains a dream work but okay time's up new shift the tables have turned y'all got to get with the program too. What y'all finna do? You know what I'm saying? So it's like we all up under this like everybody's like in this kind of energy like we got to do some new shit and go in a new direction. And goddamn, they steered a lot of people and misled a lot. You know what I'm saying? They steered a lot of people in the wrong fucking direction. And a lot of things are being misinterpreted, and a lot of things are not being cleaned up, and a lot of like shit that people like myself and others and shit we be saying don't be getting like it should be getting way more attention, I would think. You know what I'm saying? I ain't shit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just making a point like the things motherfuckers be paying attention to be the very same things that are keeping us in a certain kind of pattern or cycle as a collective where everybody is it's like this low animal, just this real low animalisticness. And sadly, a large percentage level or enough percentage level of individuals are kind of in this blind leading the blind kind of concept where they just going along with they just going along with what the government is doing, because I guess the government might be a little bit more intelligent than them and shit like that. So a lot of them just be like a lot of people done gave up. They already a part of the it's like deep, bro. Like people are really checked out and shit, bro. Like I don't know how to explain it. Nothing wrong with shit. Everybody doing what the fuck they doing, right? So I ain't judging nobody. Just to me, it just seems like Yeah. The reality is X amount of spirits then kind of came to this point, a lot of conclusions, and there's still people in the world that ain't even dealt with grasping the fact that things gotta change, things gotta move on, we gotta transition about it, we gotta transform, we gotta put depth in things, you know what I'm saying? So just even just the concept of death, a lot of people ain't dealt with, and came to those kind of conclusions, like where they come from, life and death, you know. So a lot of people are like fucked up in the head, and then they go on the internet, or I don't know what they do. Most likely they go on the internet and try to get answers and listen to whoever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, NASA and like whoever the scientists, yeah, all kind of just, you know what I'm saying, and people just still end up going back to what they would be doing anyway, eating, sleeping, and fucking, right? And then people got their own little level or variation of how they do that, and how they what they putting out into this collective consciousness as far as what they add into it, because everybody just adding they piece to this overall picture, puzzle, moving motion picture, movie, what image, painting, you know what I'm saying, staged, everybody adding a piece. So like people be either adding on more to the problem, you get what I'm saying? So I could take accountability and responsibility for me, and like, you know what I'm saying, on certain percentage levels, I'll be adding on to the problem. But I'll be at least having this battle and daily like talking with myself and shit. I'm like, man, I can't be at some point. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to plant better seeds, like, come on, bro, we gotta do something different. You know what I mean? And I be knowing shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's some real subconscious shit going on. Like, you gotta really be in tune with yourself. You gotta really be making strides and wanting to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. I done put myself in some uncomfortable shit. So a lot of where I be coming from, I just be like real fatigued. I be tired. At least that's what I be telling myself. Cause I be having the same amount of time just like everybody else, right? So again, everybody just trying to figure out where to go next. So like, I don't be trying to put too much pressure on myself or others. So like, you get what I'm saying? Everybody's just like in this like, a lot of people are looking for something, more light or something to save them or something to lead them or whatever the fuck. And then a lot of people are already dealt with themselves in various aspects, in various ways, at least enough on a percentage level to deal with the fact like, all right, nigga, I ain't going nowhere. Like, nigga, I'm here in existence, or you know what I'm saying? There's people that could like accept, and they kind of got some inner knowing wisdom. And I'm not talking about books, and I'm just talking about people being alive. And there's people that they don't need shit other than just them being themselves to know like they here, and that's enough. You know what I'm saying? That should be respected. You know, and people just being themselves and being honest and being true to who they are, and staying, you know, having their own morals and individuality and shit like that, but also knowing how to balance that with everybody else and not step on anybody's toes, or you know, or overstep boundaries in certain aspects and shit like that, and be, you know, harmonious, and that should be something of great prestige. Yet you got people in the world and shit that want to block niggas and shit, and like shadow ban and like all kind of stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already expect the worst because I already know like certain shit I paid attention to, so I can't even expect anything. You know what I'm saying? So I just gotta like, not humble. I'm real modest and shit. I still know my value, but I also know like, you know what I'm saying, I fucked up in a lot of ways. But I ain't doing no shit like these bank niggas and shit. You know what I mean? Anything I think I fucked up on is a product of this society and shit. So I ain't really none of this shit. I'm just having an experience. I learned some shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then nigga, I'm gonna take whatever I take with me and discard the rest as soon as I'm out this bitch. So, I didn't, shit, nigga, keep going, nigga. I ain't going nowhere. So just certain things like that alleviated a lot of my stress. You know what I'm saying? Also, it took it to a new level, but then also like evened it out. Like, all right, like that, and I got my answers that I was trying to remember, because it's like some shit. It's like some shit you always knew. That's the fucked up part of. That's the crazy part about it. Is like you might think you realize some shit. It's some shit you already knew, but you just have it maybe a different angle of looking at something again, or a different lens, or maybe a different perspective, or you actually go through an experience where now you could put two and two together. You know what I'm saying? As far as first you might have had just a thought, and then it's not until that light bended in on itself and that information became something, as an experience that you could put into a shape and a form in the condensed, you know what I mean? In the density of things, because first it was just maybe a thought, an idea, you know what I'm saying? Then it was like a feeling that you moved on, that it moved you and shit to go, and you know what I'm saying? Then you start having whatever kind of experience or conversation or whatever, whatever. So, but these niggas took some shit and took it to a whole different level, bruh. Stores, McDonald's, gas stations, and it's all just a matter of them controlling the resources. That's it, controlling the resources. This is shit I've been dealing with since I was in kindergarten, dude. This whole concept of somebody created a line and now everybody got to stand in line and wait their turn. And then there's people that are more in front of the line for whatever fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? Because they think they got there first. They think they got there. They think they got there first. Yeah, that was a that's a. They think they got there first. They think they got there like they was there first. And then just because they started like they was a little, you know what I'm saying? Whoever they was clicked up with, and some family tie line, and now they got, you come here, VIP, you good? Come on, dog. Hey, nah, bro, you don't need to stand. Come on here. You know what I'm saying? There's people in line and shit trying to get in the club and shit like that, and there's bouncers like, oh no, come on, man. You got people. The club manager like, oh no, bring so and so in. Yeah, let them through. All right, you good? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And people are like, what the fuck? Who's that? Yeah, how come they just get in the club and I'm standing in line? Oh, $20, entry fee and stuff. Yeah, you get hit with this whole spiel and shit. Like somebody just trying to make some money. You know what I'm saying? They can't just, we can't let everybody in the club tonight. It's full. Maximum capacity. You look inside, it's like, there's hella room in there, bro. What are you talking about? What do you mean that shit's full? You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, it's all good. I don't want to be in y'all bitch. I don't want to be in y'all. Throw my own party. I don't need your club. Yeah, man. Some banks niggas is trying to get rich and keep their family rich and shit. So they don't gotta put no work in. That's they work. They scammed everybody and took over lands and shit. You know what I'm saying? And wiped out a whole goddamn government of people and stuff. Nation. Y'all took out a whole nation of niggas. Y'all proud of it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Yeah, and then they mixed the mudded a bunch of people in from everywhere else and stuff that they conquered and stuff. Yeah, and now we got a whole melting pot of percentage level of natives and then percentage level of mutts and more mixed whatevers that don't know what the is that even a person? But they be shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? I'm just it's my sense of humor and stuff. But people be confused about who they are and shit. Meanwhile, all these bank niggas, these niggas is they broke, so they just trying to make as much money right now as possible. The Big Lots is closing and shit. This is you know what I'm saying? This is not the only location. I don't know why they even tell people that. I don't even know why they be telling y'all that. I seen a whole bunch of Big Lots going out of business, closing and stuff. I'm seeing 7-Eleven on the internet talking about they closing and shit. 7-Eleven finna close stores and shit. We got these robots and shit
You know what I'm saying? So here's my it's not even a theory. This is what it looks like, appears to be what the fuck going on. Like after experiencing the 2020 Resident Evil movie, goddamn Bovid 19, you know what I'm saying, which was an attack on the natives again. You know, I dodged that one because that shit was like clearly a trap. I was like, what the fuck is this? We already had pigs, swines that used to fly and flew and stuff somewhere. I don't know where they went. You know, they must have been migrating for the winter time or stuff. So they flew, they grew some wings and started flying off the pig yard. They was like, nah, we ain't trying to become like boar's head, the boar's head meat that's gonna like recall in the stores and stuff. We ain't trying to be no boar's head. We ain't trying to be boar's head from the mafia movie. We ain't trying to be the mafia. You know what I'm saying? The horse head in the bed or the boar's head, whatever it was. We ain't trying to be boar's heads on the meat production package and stuff. I want my goddamn, you know what I'm saying? I see the goddamn Dakota meat packing truck. Pause, no homo. Y'all niggas need to pay me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas need to pay up. Stop dodging the goddamn inevitable. Pick a lifetime. We ain't going nowhere. So at some point, our land, it's my land. I'm convinced it's my land. You don't own it. I don't really own it, but I got a percentage of it because, nigga, I'm from here, nigga. I'm from these lands, nigga. You ain't finna tell me I gotta pay taxes and do all this banking shit and all this legalese talk and all this English and ish mixture of the native dialect with y'all England talk and European talk and stuff. You're not finna bring that shit over here and try to wipe us out and more. We're not going nowhere. Even if y'all do wipe us out some more, I'm gonna come back. We're gonna come back, and there's many of us. We don't die, we just multiply. That's what y'all don't understand. But you love it though. But you love it though. Ooh, we like when the natives get spicy. Oh, they get all weird and shit. I already know it. Some Mason or Jew somewhere already aroused and stuff. Weird. They get weird, dog. Coming over here bringing all this like dark web type of knowledge and goth and a whole bunch of just. Now I give them they get a little. It's just there's just a lot of spiritual shit that goes into this that the average person just ain't aware of. So like, in a lot of ways, it just be a bunch of like. Everybody just on some like. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's a star, I guess. I wear this shit like a lot of days, bro. I don't see like people making their own. Some people might. Not saying you gotta have a star on you or nothing. I'm just saying like. I thought we was stars and shit. Right. I just put their ass in the. I just smoked their ass. But yeah, man, the robots and shit, man. They finna put all the robots in the stores. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like all these robots and shit are gonna be in the stores. They're gonna help the businesses out, of course. Um, I seen some shit how they like the robots could be in houses and stuff. They pretty much just gonna replace a bunch of like labor type shit. House cleaning. Like I don't know, bro. I don't. This is getting weird. That's all I know. You got a bunch of weird niggas in the world with money and stuff, and then they somehow got control of the resources because we allowed it as people. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, just we don't have to keep allowing it. The fuck is this? some notification on Instagram. But some shit we just keep allowing as people. So I'm not even gonna include myself in that. I don't really allow it. In a lot of ways, my mind, I don't agree to any of this shit. It sucks. It's unfortunate that a lot of people that are like-minded and think like myself, we kind of like get outweighed by the majority rules kind of concept, the majority of spirits that still paying attention on a large percentage level to whatever is proved. You know what I'm saying? More like some lower desire, lord shit, some lower shit. Which I'm kind of guilty of to some degree, but like in my mind, I know that's something I'm dealing with. That's my own battles and shit I'm dealing with. My own demiurges, my own demons. And I at least put things into perspective. Like I could take accountability. I could look myself in the mirror. I could look at myself like, all right, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know how to just accept who they are, or they don't know who they are still. So that's a big part of it. A lot of people still don't know who they are. So they never just go out and have their own experience to maybe see things in a broader lens. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I see the goddamn robots and shit like we already got the self checkout machines and shit. And I went to a Target one time, so some of the self checkout machines in Target at least, they weren't taking cash, so they already trying to get rid of money and stuff and go along with this digital money and shit. All right, just like what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? The whole shit is a goddamn rig. It's a whole scamula. It's a scamula. The whole shit. And then they try to say, oh, it's backed and supported by gold and shit. Like, even if that was true. You know what I'm saying? Even if that was true. And the fuck? Like, the people of this land, yeah, like, shout out to DAH-KOH-TAH and stuff. But even I'm just aware of this. Like, there was gold and silver and shit in the land and stuff. Just natural, raw materials and stuff. These metals and whatnot. We didn't consider these things to be like, they wasn't, you know what I'm saying? When this other invader mind came over, they were like, it drove, they, you know what I'm saying? That shit drove them crazy, seeing gold and stuff. To the point, like, you know, at some point they, you know, they got good at crafting the material, the metal aspects of it, and making jewelry and shit, right? Jewelry and stuff. At one point, that was like the early stages of smithing. You know what I'm saying? So that was a whole family and shit, probably a whole Mason family and stuff, where they was real good at crafting and you know what I'm saying, metal bending and ore and, you know, furnacing, you know, hot furnace and welding and like all that kind of shit, cutting metals and stuff, that alchemy shit, but more on the just they was coming from more the logical perspective of it, like, okay, how can we take this and make something out of it? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, like the whole concept of making money and like the whole like just, all right, we're gonna come up with our own value system and everybody else gotta accept it. Like that's so ignorant. That's so ignorant. Like why couldn't y'all just respect people's other people, what other people had going on already? Y'all wanted to take some shit and remix it and then uphold that, you know what I'm saying? Make people trying to like, okay, now y'all like trying to make people uphold some shit that y'all claiming that y'all started when everybody knows you got it from us, from the people, and then from the natives and shit, you know what I mean? And motherfucking You want to take all the knowledge and wisdom and intellectual property, wipe that whole nation out, that whole government out. Now those type of people can't remember. They can't, you know what I'm saying? They can't go about their original practices or their original, you know what I'm saying? Can't have their land back. Can't practice they shit. Can't have no access or respect on the world stage. You know what I'm saying? Amongst all the government, you know what I'm saying? So it's like this whole tag team match of all the other little subsidiary phenotypes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Which pretty much are mixtures of like, yeah, the German niggas, you know what I'm saying? They're like German or like that European energy and stuff. Yeah, like German. I don't even want. It's not even Caucasian. It's just like some German shit. I guess Africans were they own people and stuff. So okay, Africans and stuff, which are like Africans are like a Arab. You know what I'm saying? They're like an Arab. And you got the Middle Easterners, which are like the Arabs and shit, which are like, I want to say a mixture of the European type of German blood phenotype with the African. You know what I'm saying? When it was colonizing parts of Africa and shit, or or even like parts of Russia and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like more Eastern Orthodox German type of. It's like all the same shit, but they're like different. Everybody just different. You know what I'm saying? Different little. But at the early stages and shit, you know what I'm saying? The natives was already here, and then in Europe and shit over there in the Eastern continents, there was a whole shit going on over there, colonizing and all kind of shit, which the natives had nothing to do with. You get what I'm saying? It's not till motherfuckers from over there and shit came over here and stuff, and then started using like the smaller nations and shit, like Cuba, probably before it was called Cuba, but like them little islands and shit, South America, like other little areas and shit, and then they would bring niggas, yeah, Honduras and Venezuela, same shit we doing with now. They would bring other little niggas and shit out here and stuff, Haiti and the Haitians and stuff. The Haitians was still going through their little revolutionary war and stuff and shit. Like, shout out to them and whatever. But y'all get what I'm saying. It's been a whole goddamn whole mother loads worth of lies from they goddamn they side of it. You know what I'm saying? Lying to everybody and stuff. Still fucked up. They thought they got away with that too. They almost had us rocked to sleep, like we was kind of convinced. Okay, yeah, maybe 2,000 years ago and shit. Like, nah, they almost got away with that. They almost got away with that shit. Shit only happened like 300, 400, 500 years ago and shit. And it makes sense. And they told on themselves and stuff. Like, well, hold on now. We already knew like something was adding up. Shout out to Starbucks. I ain't promoting that shit or nothing. But coffee and stuff, good coffee and stuff. Pumpkin spice latte. You know what I'm saying? It was on sale, $5 and shit. EBT. It's not bad, Starbucks. Yeah, it's not bad. I don't know what y'all doing with these coffee companies and shit, but yeah, man, the blood that was spilled on these lands is really what's back and supporting the money at this moment. The time, like all the time and everything that went into just us having whatever we have today. So like, yeah, the 300, 400, 500 years and shit, and everything that went into this process and everything, that's really like what the value. If there was any value, imaginary value that people were believing or still believing in, it's that. You know what I'm saying? this energy of like, all right, nigga, we came this far. We can't really just tear everything down and start from scratch. So like what could we do? Like what could we keep that we already established, and maybe put it add some new qualities to it, or not spin off. I don't want to say remix and because that's a whole witchcraft that they've been doing, like tear us down just to keep rebuilding this back up. Which that's probably a lie. There's like a whole bunch of shit they was doing in Europe though, amongst they all that shit, man, and stuff. It's deep, bro. It's deep. The Arab is like, yeah, like a mixture of the German kind of European phenotype with the African, I want to say. With the African and like, you know, the African phenotype. And then like at some point this one's tough. I'm trying to think like if the Asian, because Dolo broke it down like the Asian is a byproduct of the native and the German, or like the French. You get what I'm saying? It's like different phenotypes. You had the French motherfuckers out there, you had the England niggas, and then you had Germans, and then you had Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a lot of different, because we're all just different species. Because everybody this is some animal shit. So like, just like there's different species of birds and fucking plants. Well, maybe not plants. That might not be the right word, but like, yeah, birds, bugs, especially bugs. You know, we're dealing with the biggest bug infestation right now. They came in. You know what I'm saying? And just start fucking shit up. Bunch of termites with their terms and agreements and shit. Roach niggas, roach termites. Yeah, what's wrong with you? 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 Y'all paying in like spiritual court and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't escape this. Y'all ain't escaping this. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many laws y'all, like, for real, like, we don't give a fuck how many laws y'all make. At some point in reality, you're not going to win. You're not winning this. Like, this is some shit. Y'all are imploding your own world and keep creating new, like, y'all keep, bro, this is some shit. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Like, that whole concept of inflation is retarded because they print money. They've been printing money every day, right? As long as I've been alive, 1995. Real rap. You know what I'm saying? Bars. You know what I'm saying? From the stars. You know, I don't even got to make it up. I'm sitting in the space whip. It's not a car. And people think I'm in a car, but shit, I already incarnated. Why they trying to make me reincarnate? I ain't trying to get caught up in the machine-generated AI programming and shit. Goddamn Matrix City land, Cars land, Walt Disney land, Orlando Studios. Do I look like Orlando Brown? They took our grapes, Orlando Brown phrase. Shit, gotta hit my Boogie James Brown. Shit, I'll take your bitch downtown. She looking fantastic. I ain't Mr. Fantastic, but I stretch her like elastic. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I got the shock and the static. You know what I'm saying? They playing with the wrong goddamn coffee drinkers. Yeah, they're playing with the wrong goddamn coffee drinkers and stuff, nigga. God damn it. Ooh, this is ooh, man. And then they want to boost all this Civil War shit. I've been calling this shit since I was like back in 10, 15 years ago, back in school and stuff. I'll tell my family, like, look, I was telling people like back then, my friends and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I used to get motherfuckers real philosophical. philosophical. You know what I'm saying? Fuck niggas was philosophical. I was real philosophical. You know what I'm saying? Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Real philosophical and shit. New word, philosophical. It's no longer philosophical. I was real philosophical. You know what I'm saying? Philosophical. You know what I'm saying? I had my own feelings and my own fossil fuel. You know what I'm saying? I had my own, I was real philosophical. I was real filler. Yeah, I was real filler. Yeah, I was that filler. I knew how to fill, you know what I'm saying? Fill in the blanks real good. You know, I was like, wait, hold on, there's a blank here somewhere. You know, there's something make sense. Then it's like, pfft, you gotta fill in the blank. I'm like, y'all want me to fill in the blank? And then you want to tell me, oh, you only got these amount of options though. And I'm like, wait, hold on. There's got to be more to this. There's got to be more options than this. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm gonna just pick one of these at this, just to, you know, satisfy y'all. But like in the back of my mind, I know, like, wait, hold on, these aren't the only options of going on here. Why am I only getting these options? That y'all want me to fill in the blank? Nah, I'm finna ad-lib this shit. I remember those ad-lib books and stuff. I'm finna ad-lib it. I'm finna ad-lib it. What you talking about? So and so Susie showed up at the goddamn bank with a whole bunch of hot sauce. And then she made a withdrawal of a bag of marshmallows. You know what I'm saying? She had to pay her bills. It was a total of her, you know, she had to pay her bills. So she went to go downtown to the ice cream parlor, and goddamn, you know, she needed to pay her rent and stuff. So she, you know, so she filled out a goddamn cheeseburger, and then once she, you know what I'm saying, she got her cheeseburger check, she went and gave it to her property manager, and then the property manager accepted it, and he said that her rent was good until the end of time or something, like, yeah, something stupid, you know what I'm saying? With a cheeseburger check, oh yeah, you're good forever, bitch. You know, you're paying me with cheeseburgers and shit, cheeseburger checks. Oh yeah, that's some new shit. All right, I'll take it. In La La, you know what I'm saying? If he was in La La Land or somewhere, yeah, nah, better take that cheeseburger back to In-N-Out. I want my money. So that's how deep they got it, bro. Like, the money is so fraudulent, but yet people still like, I guess I gotta make some money though. That's how fucked up they got it, bro. It's like they created a bunch of like fiend energy in the world, and everybody's just fiending for attention, really, or ways, like outlets to express their individuality, or if they even got any kind of spirituality or creativity. Some people are just not even they're not creative. Their creativity is not being creative. That's some people's creativity. Not doing shit, but going in the fucking McDonald's drive-thru at fucking 9:30, whatever the fuck clock it is. 8:39 on fucking Friday. You still want to eat McDonald's again? Good for you. That's great. Good for you. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump. Yeah. Fucking love it. America. This is America. You know what I mean? Free my autistic brother, man. You know, I got my autistic brother somewhere in a jail cell. That's not cool. He needed to be somewhere, but like, come on, man. They putting autistic niggas in jail and shit, knowing they got autism and stuff. That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up, dude. Yeah, that's fucked up, dude. How come we're not in a world where everybody like, all right, new jobs and shit, we all gonna build houses? and get our current houses, you know what I'm saying, more equipped and more updated and up to speed. And like, why isn't that a thing? It's like people want to be lazy. Okay, like, listen, there's enough people in the world that could be fucking lazy, but then there's enough people in the world that actually want to put some work in and go to work and build some new shit. And there's a ton of space to do it. There's a ton of land. But yet, no, you got all this legal shit, all these, you know what I'm saying, pay your taxes and shit like that, all this Fed shit, all these tickets and shit, you know what I'm saying, all these broke ass niggas and shit trying to just get money and shit from you, which is irrelevant at the end of the day, because they just want your energy, and even then, they're still not going to be satisfied. So it's like, what the fuck do you want? You CEOs, you United Nations mother, what do y'all niggas want from the people? Cause y'all can't keep manipulating shit and try to movie direct people in a certain sentiment into a certain, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just trying to create certain narratives out of people and pull certain energies, and y'all want to see people in these lower beastly animalistic natures and shit, so y'all can fucking figure out what to do with yourselves, where the fuck y'all at, not even participating out here amongst everybody in the ocean of life. Y'all want to be somewhere creating these little weird little, just like I said, Dexter's Laboratory, lab experiment box. You got enough, and then you got just enough scary ass people in the world that like will go along with it, because they don't know no fucking better anyway. This is weird, dude. A whole lot of weird shit. My bad, y'all. Shout out to everybody, man. I'm not even mad at nobody, bro. I be real passionate though, bro. Yeah, I be real passionate about this shit, man, because like people have died over this shit. Like, it's serious, you know what I mean? Like here we go. Like, we just going along with shit. Like, everybody knows. Like, a lot of people know. Like, I talk to people that I like, you know what I'm saying? I may not interact with them so much nowadays and shit. I ain't, you know, I might not have seen them in a minute, but the last time I checked in with people and stuff, and when I was around certain individuals, especially in California, like, motherfuckers knew that shit was fake. I ain't gonna talk too much about that because I ain't trying to get striked or nothing, but I really don't give a fuck, really, but motherfuckers know that shit was fake. Motherfuckers didn't want to put no mask on. And motherfuckers knew they didn't really need to put a mask on, but like a lot of people would do it for various reasons. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, I can't speak for, you know what I mean? I can't speak for people like that, but like a lot of people would just do it just to, you know, just to get through the hassle, so they wouldn't be having like a whole making a scene moment and then not be able to get their desire met, go in the store and get their groceries or something. You get what I'm saying? When they just go in real, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people just go along with shit because I don't want to say they're scared, but like a lot of people just based upon their alignments or something. You know what I mean? Some people are more earthy, so they more fixated, or they more in the earthly energies of just like being like, all right, this is just some earth shit. Like, they don't take it too serious. Whereas a fire or water sign, you know, we might get heated, we might get a little bit, you know, in our feelings or whatever. Not so much a fire sign, but water, you know, y'all get what I'm saying. Based upon the scenario, like, because we know this is some bigger shit. So, and not even just that, like, what that this is just how I always thought. You know what I'm saying? I always thought like this, and I always been in a bunch of situations where I had a lot of issues with authority. Not like me going to jail or nothing like that, but just people I grew up around, family, you know, family dynamics, you know, my grandma or like uncles and stuff, or you know what I'm saying, my brothers, or like, you know what I'm saying, anybody that was older than me, for the most part, that I grew up around and shit, and strangers and whoever the fuck, right? I always had like just a whole bunch of situations and shit where I had to kind of become aware of the, like, all right, I must be something about me that's different, because everybody's pointing out shit that I'm not even really paying it. Like, I don't give a fuck about my curly hair or something, but yeah, everybody was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Verily, like, that was a big deal and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or my eyelashes being curly or something. You know what I'm saying? I never, like, that was like something I didn't try to do that. I guess I did, but like, I never like it. That was never like, you know what I'm saying? Just me being myself. I never like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, everything was just always like, all right, it's cool. Shit is nothing to me. Certain things I might get, slightly excited about, like, but for the most part, like, as a kid, I just go out about and shit would just be like, all right. Can't wait till I get big enough and older enough so I'll do my own shit. And, you know what I'm saying? This world was kind of built on a lot of just everything was false principles, false pretexts, false starting points. A lot of false starting points. As I already knew early on, like, that was my whole point. That's how I got here. It's the whole concept of God and everything and shit. I'm like, I already knew something was off. Just the fact everybody was just like, God, 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 God. And I'd be like, really? Yeah. I'd be like looking around, like, and you got to go read a book or something. Then you got to like get into, you either get into some type of religion at that point. Hare Krishna, the Hindu shit, the Brahman, that's Brahma and shit, Brahmanism and Vishnu and Shiva and all that shit. Just another version of Christianity. Then you got Christianity and shit. And then you got goddamn Muslim shit, which is Islam and shit. And I didn't even need to get into that too much, but I realized, like, okay, yeah, that was just moon worship. The moon, they just worship them. They shit is based off of the moon energies and shit, the female and the feminine energy and stuff. You know what I'm saying? All the Arabs and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? All the females covering up and stuff. Like, this was like shit I already knew, but like, I just didn't have these reminders yet. But it was stuff I was observing in reality. Like, okay, there's a reason why these females are covered up over there. Like, if they would show it on the news or something, or movies or something, I'd be like, okay, why are they covered up over there, but over here, females ain't covered up. You know what I'm saying? But I also knew, like, I didn't even really I didn't like necessarily have the urge to like want to get into a religion to find out. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I already knew, like I already did, like, okay, some shit, like, been there, did that. I don't even got time to give it too much thought. I'll remember everything when I'm supposed to. And that came down to astrology too. I remember times like my my mom and shit, she was trying to put me on to astrology and stuff. And like, I just wasn't into it then, you know what I'm saying? I was into other shit, like just being a kid and stuff. And like, sports or, reading. I would read and shit. Um, Females at some point, you know what I'm saying? Um, I was more into like video games and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which I gotta deal with separating from, you know what I'm saying? That's a tough one, you know what I'm saying? A lot of memories and shit. A lot of shedding going on in the world, a lot of shedding going on. I'm trying to think of some like real new shit that I'm like really being aware of. The money, the robots though, that's tied in with the banks and shit. Cause when you think about it, if they trying to replace, not even replace, but like from the business perspective, they're thinking about the convenience. All right, so think about like this, like they're always in this like mentality. How can we take something from mama, the earth, some raw some type of materials and shit, some resources and shit. How can we take what we got around us in our surrounding, in the environment, and what could we make out of it to, I guess they would create whatever they make, right? And in their mind, they're looking at it like based upon the thoughts and feelings that lead them to certain, like a certain mentality that produces a certain kind of action and character and behavior and shit like that. And then for them to lead them to make certain tools or come across certain whatever the fuck, and then whatever they make, like, you get what I'm saying? Then they look at themselves like they are playing that Christ figure role because they figured out how to make some crystal methamphetamine. You know what I'm saying? And get fucking stupid high. And now they bubbles and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even me copying Dolo. That was actually like something they would say in Hawaii. I went out to Hawaii and shit. I ain't never been into, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been into like doing that shit. Never. I'd have been around enough people, and you know, I don't judge nobody. I see everybody for who they are. Everybody was little babies at some point, and some people just, you know, everybody grew up differently and made certain choices or was influenced in certain ways and shit like that. And this is all like some learned behavior, and we wouldn't even really be in this situation if some motherfuckers didn't start what the fuck they started on some very, very negative, rooted in, you know what I'm saying? Very negative, lost in darkness, weak human starting point of a very, very distasteful trait that if just for anybody to ever have nowadays, we had learned it from these niggas, bruh, because they fucked up the natural order and the natural harmony of just shit, how shit kind of was at some point. Now it's cool, you know what I'm saying? We got phones and shit, we got gadgets and shit. We're able to exchange information, we're able to communicate and shit like that. You know, there's a lot of things that were like, you know, quote unquote benefiting from just being in the you know, in the aftermath, you could say, of, you know, the Revolutionary War and all that good stuff, and then all the things that led up to now. So, but you know, at the end of the day, it's all some external shit, and they're lacking the spiritual components, which that's more important. You know, the mind and shit. They're just like more in this body, this concept of a body and stuff, and their physical body going somewhere physically, like they finna blast off and take a whole bunch of people with them to some new land that's promised to them, and the glory in the name of glorious Jesus Christ and Jehovah and Ashallah and halalalam shalalakalalam and monads and squares and quintuples and sextiles and Olympic Greek gods and majestic almightiness and glory in the glorious name of the Lord, and his holiness, and his holy behoviest and his holiest, and his holy and the holiestness is up under the almightiness of the one. And they got this whole, you know what I'm saying? Like that's their, like, the natives have Waka Taka and shit, the Great Spirit, all that good stuff. They got this whole like the one. They got the one. You are the one. We are the children. They got that kind of concept of the world. We are the ones to make a better place and rape and pillage. Yeah, that's what they did. That's what they did. Mentally. Or taught or convinced everybody. You know, that's all they did, bruh. That's all they did, bruh. People was where they was at, and then they just like convinced and manipulated and shit, and then enough people was down with they shit that became like they, you know, they they religions, they cults, they early cult stage, and then like that became government. You know what I'm saying? The early stages of like the religion part, like that was they shit in Europe and stuff, that goth and all that shit, like caveman type of barbaric Slavic, the slave mentality, Slavic. Y'all niggas, you know what I'm saying? We gotta stop calling these niggas like they run the, no, they work for us. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? They started it, okay, y'all, they gotta fucking finish it. You know, don't start something that y'all, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you start something, no, don't start something you can't finish. Don't start something you can't finish. You get it? You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So they gotta see this shit through. Oh yeah. They gotta see it through. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you hear it. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? You hear it. You hear the Hellcats out here purring. You hear the Hellcats out here roaring and stuff. Hellcat. Demon. SRD. Or whatever the fuck. Yeah, whatever. Charger. Charger. Motherfuckers don't want no, bro. Then I'm not scared of shit, bro. I had niggas who's like, man, I'm not gonna go into all that. Come on, man. I done been here. People still like think I'm only like, they look at me and they like really want to challenge me and belittle me like I'm just 29 years old or whatever. They just look at me like I'm just this, man, bro. I be getting the most disrespected. I don't know why I allow it, bro. I be trying to be real. I be real cool to people, bro. For the most part, you know what I'm saying? I be cool to people, bro. I leave people alone. I try to mind my business. It's not until somebody want to start come fucking with me, bro. I don't care about a job. I don't care about anybody think they doing something responsible or for the private property, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Why you got that much time on your day to be bothering anybody? And why you come over and why you helping somebody maintain they goddamn concept of taking over somebody else's land? Pretty much, and creating laws and shit and private property concepts. Like, what the fuck, private property? Y'all niggas ain't shit. Kiss my ass. Motherfucker. You don't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? You don't even really go to court like that. You might go to court, but nah, you don't even go to court. You spent a little bit of time in court, and then you realize, like, man, why I even put myself in court like this, going back and forth, shooting threes and stuff, posting up on the block. Stealing and shit. Committing steal plays and niggas was doing alley-oops. What was this alley-oops? What was this alley-oop shit? You know what I'm saying? So y'all can Michael Jordan a nigga and take a goddamn and make a bunch of sneakers and not include the nigga that made the sneakers? Sellable? Like, you know, like, what is y'all talking about? What is you talking about? Where the fuck you at, Michael Jordan? If I was fucking Michael Jordan, I'd be demanding, nigga, where's my goddamn NBA, nigga? I made y'all shit anything. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Give me my goddamn percentage level of the NBA, nigga. And I want my fucking shoes, nigga. Or I'll go make some whole other shoes, and then y'all won't have no goddamn fan base no more, nigga. I'll just take all your customers, nigga, since they're my fucking shoes, nigga. Like, where's these niggas at? Talking, like, what are y'all doing, celebrities? Niggas with money and shit, aren't y'all supposed to be brands and shit? And y'all niggas don't own your intellectual property like that. That's why. You a puppet. That's another thing. Motherfuckers is really, yeah, it's just certain aspects that people can't talk about because they in a certain energy where they trying to be right, and the right shit is right when it really could be really left, and then the shit that looks left to people might actually be what's actually right. So, but there's a time and place for all these things. And my phone finna goddamn die. Let me charge my shit. Hold on.
Plug my shit in. There's a time and place for everything. Like, make sure you got your keys. Where'd my shit go, bro? Fuck.